part.
Thank you very much, Cassie. Thank you. Clear some space here real quick. It's okay.
So you got a picture of my car.
There you go. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? Excellent, excellent. Before we get started, just wanted to give a quick shout out to both Rodney and Dan, who stepped in a couple of weeks back and helped get the room set up for me while I was on my annual hiatus up to the Bay Area, because on the second weekend of August, there is an event on the Monterey Peninsula that is any self-respecting car nut's true indulgent weekend. I mean, we're talking all of the fat and all of the calories. Where the squawk of the seagulls and the barking of the sea lions that normally break a quiet morning in Monterey are interrupted by the deep, throaty, thundering roar of powerful V8 American horsepower, or the high-pitched whine of highly tuned, high-revving Italian V12 engines. Gives me goosebumps just talking about it. Yeah. The Monterey Historic Weekends is, as you can see from the montage of images that are playing here before you, in reality a collection of races, auctions, shows, and events, ranging from the utterly ridiculous tongue-in-cheek Concours de Lemons, or Lemons if you prefer. Somehow I was looking for my photos that I took of the gremlins, but I couldn't find them. I don't know where they were, but anyway. To the incredibly sublime, the Concours d'Elegance at Pebble Beach. All the car brands here are represented here, like Bentley, Ferrari, Porsche, Lamborghini, and a lot of brands you probably haven't heard of, like Voisin, Hispano-Suiza, Talbot, and Delage. All here to celebrate the heritage, design, and the beauty of some of the most amazing pieces of functional sculpture you'll see anywhere. The events for the weekend get started on Friday at the Concorso Italiano. And if you happen to be fortunate enough to be able to afford a fine Italian automobile, it's open to the public, so the chances are good that you actually can have your car put on display. These are usually some of the more modern era vehicles, and usually includes multiple copies of the latest six-figure Italian supercars that are fast, expressive designs, that have fast, expressive engines that are right at home, revving at high revs and high speeds that are quite much faster than the speed limits that we allow here. The other event on Friday is the Quail, which at $400 a ticket is definitely for the well-heeled or the certifiably insane, which of course is the category I fall into. However, this does include lunch and all the wine you can drink. Such a deal. This is usually a more eclectic group of vehicles, and it's by invitation only. These vehicles usually have some sort of historical significance and are displayed side by side. So they're either owned by usually a famous individual or are hand-built one-offs that are built purposely for racing. In any event, all are an incredible collection of historical automobiles that are a true reflection of the wide variety of styles and philosophies that have influenced automotive design over the years. It's Saturday! Time to get your mojo on, get out to the track, get dirty, and go racing. The historics on Saturday, the Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca, I don't know why I had trouble saying that one, are a sight to behold. It's awesome to see the cars in the way that they're meant to be seen, in motion. And since we're talking race cars here, that motion can be very loud and very fast. Now, because they're historics, one would think that most of these guys are just out for the proverbial Sunday drive. Well, let me tell you, my friends, this is not so. As a matter of fact, just this couple of weekends ago, the infamous Corkscrew, which is one of the most revered corners in all of motorsports, laid claim to a $12 million classic Ferrari. A moment of silence, please. Thank you. Fortunately, both the car and the driver emerged relatively unscathed, but I'm sure that cannot be said for the owner's wallet. Sunday brings some consternation. Decisions, decisions, decisions. See, Sunday is not only a race day, but it is the premiere of the event of the day, and really for the entire weekend is the Concours d'Elegance. The title really says it all. It's about elegance, with a lot of pomp and circumstance thrown in for good measure, just for the heck of it. Patrons will often dress in period garb, which certainly does add a bit of air of nostalgia to the event. Well, since we're talking first times today, when you walk out of the lawn for the first time and you gaze across the fairway and you see all the vehicles that are out there, the sheer number of them, and you're not struck really by the beauty of the surroundings, which actually are picturesque on the Monterey Bay Peninsula. You are struck more by the immensity of the event, and by the stunning beauty of all the raw glass and steel that have been lovingly hammered and shaped into magnificent and elegant forms of shimmering chrome and highly polished paint. These are not production vehicles here. These are vehicles where virtually every single vehicle is a one-off, lovingly hand-built in a labor of love that at the time used the latest and greatest in style, technology, design, and innovation. We are talking drop-dead gorgeous. We are talking rolling sculpture. And then you throw in the monetary value of what some of these vehicles are worth, and literally takes your breath away. What a way to cap off a glorious weekend. For the automotive enthusiast, this weekend is at least a once-in-a-lifetime must-do event. But I would guess that, just like myself, after much prodding and pulling of a friend of mine to get me to come to the event, this once-in-a-lifetime event, like myself, will become an annual pilgrimage. Your trip to Mecca, as it were. And although costly, is well worth the price of admission to see the history, the beauty, the poetry in motion that is the Monterey Historics. Thank you.